Good morning. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all got y'all brew? I got mine and some Gatorade. Okay. I got to put my specs on so I can speak to some of y'all this morning. I'm not going to hold y'all long. The reason why I'm late, because I had scheduled for 8, the normal time, but I was trying to watch Lady Nika as well. She said she's going to be off in about 10 minutes. That should be a couple minutes. So I watched her till I couldn't watch it no more. And then I pushed it back, I guess, to 8:15, but I'm still late. So I was 25, but I was trying to catch some of her over there. But good morning, Chocolate, L7, Voodoo, Mimi, January, and things and stuff and folks. Okay. So anyway, I'm not going to be hitting on too much of the rah-rah, so I'm letting everybody know now. I think y'all see my description box. However, the only thing I would say is I've been on here now this coming year, 3 years altogether. That's including with the mess, train, and myself on my own for a total of 3 years. And on my own for at least 2 years, a little old, I guess. I don't know. This is my exact start date. But I never needed nobody to come tell me what to talk about it, when to talk about it. As someone said, that's not true. And what else? What else? What else? And I never addressed nobody on my live. So moving right along. There's no beef coming from me. I'm done. Okay. So I want to talk about some news stories. L7, Voodoo, Mimi, January. Let me see who else is here. Giggle Bunny, Food Junkie. And yeah, okay. So basically, so that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So let me put my heart so she can know I'm gone, which I already told her what time. So anyway, let me get to what I was saying. Y'all, oh my God, first let me say gas prices here in California just kind of went down maybe 10 to 15 cents. Something like that. So I was glad of that instead of me paying some gas stations more, instead of me paying $5.30. Just one place is $5.09. Thought I'd mention that when I'm going to my stories here. Y'all, some crazy stuff been going on around here. Now, so 2 things I'm gonna be hitting on. I'm gonna be talking about the subway massacre and this one child. Y'all not gonna believe this. Thank you for sending it to me. Voodoo sent me this story. Okay. Voodoo sent me this story, and y'all, it's just, Lord, it's just sickening. Oh my God. It's about Rashika Barnes accused of shoving a vibrator into her 2-year-old son's anus. Y'all have heard it. Well, I thought I've heard it all and seen it all. Some of these people just don't want or need no children. This just really sickened me. When she sent me this, and I don't know when it happened. It's just a story I guess she wanted me to speak on. But anyway, it's a Phoenix woman accused of shoving a vibrator into her 2 years old son anus, and doctors told police that surgery will be required to remove it. Now, if that ain't sick above sick, I don't know what else to call it. Good morning, Purple Peach. Mm. And according to court documents obtained by New York Times, 21-year-old Rashika Bonds called police Sunday reporting her son has been bleeding from his anus. Burns said she didn't know what happened. She said she was at a park with her son, and while she was looking at a text message for about 10 seconds, and boy, she didn't know at the park did something to her son, according to the documents. Now she blamed it on some other boy that was in the park. But as they, investigated further, they know it was her. She said she does not know what he did, but he sure did something. And the boy was brought to the Phoenix Children's Hospital, and the doctor discovered that he had numerous bruises around his anus, and a hanging tight bruise on his hip, and another bruise on his neck. And then the doctors found an object lodged in his rectum, which appears to be a vibrator or some other sex toy. Police interviewed Bonds, who still claimed that a teenage boy at the park did it, but even though she believes it is her own vibrator, and the police found the boy's blood on her shirt. Now, why these people keep having kids to sexually abuse? Well, evidently, she must have had some kind of mental issue. I mean, who mind would think to do that? I mean, who would just think of something like that? Wow, let me speak some more as I'm talking. Prada, Ray Black, Mimi Check Face, Voodoo, Crafts and Hall. Yeah, just heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Good morning, Anthony Smith. Anyway, the court records show that she had previously been investigated for child abuse in 2011. Even though that's years away, when somebody do horrific stuff like that to children, they're already on record for child abuse. I don't think they'd be needing to have more kids, because if this was 2011, she hadn't had that little boy yet, I'm assuming. Depending on what date this is, because I don't know when it came out. It just sent to me and I read it and I started talking about it because it's terrible. But they didn't charge no criminal charges, but they should have. Because see, that happens all the time. People do the most, and then when they get released, they come, from prison or whatever. If they get time for doing whatever they did, they come right back out and do the same thing. Same thing. And so the boy had to have surgery to get the vibrator removed. Could y'all imagine the trauma, the pain? Oh my God, everything the little boy went through. He didn't know what was wrong with him. He only 2 years old. Yeah, I know that's a sickening story. So, good morning, Taylor Rogers. Yeah, that is disgusting. Sometimes I think people have kids just to abuse them. If they're not having them to sex traffic them on purpose, they're having them to sell them. Because even when people, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but even when people have somebody carry their child for them, the going rate used to be 10,000, and then they pay for all the doctor's visits, their food, clothing as they gain weight, the whole 9 yards. But do y'all think that's buying a child as well? And I know it's a new thing for ladies that can't carry, ain't nothing wrong with it. But ladies that don't want to mess up their body, it's the part I don't like. You know how some don't want to mess up, don't want to gain the weight or anything because the baby go mess up their body, and then they're going to have to go on the diet or exercise out. When these days, people with money, they just go in there, they just have a surgery if they had a child, and then, just buy a body, build a body like the Kardashians. Yes, this child be going through it. Exactly. Even though he's 2 years old, his mind is still messed up. Can y'all imagine the brain damage that the kid had? Because even when kids get sexually assaulted, from what I hear, it does something to them. The way of thinking, their brain changes. It just does something. Even if they don't remember and they don't know why they act in such a way, is what I hear. So that's one thing I want to touch on. Y'all know I'm going to drop my link just in case somebody do want to speak on it. Not matter of fact, I'll be dropping it now, because once I get to speaking on what I want to speak on, I'll just open the chat to whatever somebody wants to talk about. So let's get to the shooting on the subway. Oh my God. Y'all, the thing about that is the suspect is a black guy. Yeah, when I say that, yeah, it's a big thing to me because it was really used to be unheard of for a melanated person to do mass shooting. Do y'all agree with me or not? I mean, it was, I mean, but nowadays I, I don't know. That's just like when that guy and the young man, I think was his friend, I don't think was related to them, and they fixed the car up, and they had the trunk fixed up where they can have their gun to the back. I don't remember the name of the story, but they was going down the street doing mass shooting, and they were black. That was the first time I ever heard of a black person doing something like that. That horrific. Good morning, Manny. Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, Purple Peach. Yeah, do y'all remember that? Now, the manhunt underway in Brooklyn subway shooting, Frank R. James identified as a suspect. I'm quite sure all of y'all have heard about that by now, because you know it's going to be big news. The subway, that's a big deal. You remember that, Ray Black? Ray Black, what was the name? Do you remember the name of them? I just remember everybody was saying, wow. And he groomed that boy to do stuff like that, I'm assuming, because it wasn't his child. Planned this out for a while. He even had a U-Haul. Yeah, yeah, they showing all that on here. Yeah, let me see. Let's get to the story. Let's see. Yeah.
The answers into yesterday's mass shooting on the subway at 36th Street Station in Brooklyn.
Police have released these photos of Frank James. He is considered a person of interest in the investigation.
Let's get you up to date right now on what we know so far. Our live team coverage begins with Eyewitness News reporter Candace McCowan, who's live in Sunset Park. Candace?
And y'all,
Well, Ken, Charlene, what you heard.
The man was 62 years old. Maybe he just don't care about life no more. But let's read this. Let's listen.
Heard from Debbie appears to be correct that the train service is restored here at 36th and 4th this morning. Now, investigators are anxious to get their hands on that suspect. They've been pushing out his picture. They're also combing through social media posts that he's made to try and understand exactly what his motivation was. But take a look at this picture once again,
wow,
in case you spot him out.
62-year-old
62-year-old Frank James from Wisconsin, who police are calling a person of interest this morning.
We begin now with the search for the man the police hope can provide answers into yesterday's mass shooting on the subway at 36th Street Station in Brooklyn.
Police have released these photos of Frank James. He is considered a person of interest in the investigation.
See him?
Let's get you up to date right now on what we know so
far. Did
y'all
see him? Because I had this thing kind of slanted.
Reporter Candace McCowan, who's live in Sunset Park.
A black man. An older guy.
Charlene, what you heard from Debbie.
No, I don't have much patience to listen to the whole thing. Sorry about that.
Train service is.
So let me go ahead. Finish reading. But y'all, it was a black guy. Good morning, Faith. It was a black guy.
Resumed stops at the Brooklyn 36th Street subway station. Less than 24 hours.
One of the news stories. Let me turn this down. One of the news stories say 24 was injured. And he got a $50,000 award right now. Now, this news story say the attack left at least 29 people shot, otherwise injured. I wonder, is this man ready to give up on life or something? The reason why he did that? You know his age. Good morning, Food Johnson. Oh, the guy was executed. Oh, so that story with the young man and the older guy, because I never... I don't remember what exactly happened to them back in the day when they got apprehended. Yes, man, they say anything you want to say, babe. Just open chest, anything you want to say. Didn't know the man get deaf. That's what I'm asking y'all, because I didn't. Back then, I wasn't really following up on stories like I do these days. And I really, when something piqued my interest, I'm going to talk about it. I usually follow up on it. You know, especially since I'll be coming over here talking about different things, you know, so I didn't really follow up on it back then. But let's see what this is. Now I don't think I need to put the link in the chat because like I say, everybody's hearing about it already. I'm just talking about it.
Hear from their friends and family members that they are not riding the subway right now.
Oh my God. And y'all,
what happened yesterday is going to be
y'all should see, if y'all didn't watch it so y'all can see the how the people are scrambling down there in the subway. People is running and knocking all over each other. Of course, Of course, people are going to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's a natural instinct. But in the process of everybody running, of course, it ain't going to be no order. People get knocked over, trampled over, and everything. That's why even more licensed firearm holders. Way less people would have lost their lives. Really? It was licensed firearm holders? Wow. And more people, I got it up there. Way less people would have lost their lives if it was more. You really think so? Because some people, man, you go get guns and license it so they can't plan this out. So you really think so? Oh, so did this man have a license? Because they're not really saying that in this particular story, but you might be right. You might be right. Way less people would have lost their lives. You think so? If they, because people with license go crazy. I don't know. And you know what flashed in my mind just then when you said that? What's her name that went and got a gun because her husband married his secretary, a younger woman? They still be talking about that. I don't know if she's still in prison. She had put her husband through school to be an attorney, and he was studied to be a doctor as well, and he married a younger girl. And she went up in the house upstairs. She stole her daughter's key, and she went in there and murdered them. That story, that's what went through my mind. She went and got a license. She planned it out, so I don't know. This is what happens when they take firearms out of hands of responsible holders. That gun should have been able to shoot more than 40 person. But you know what, Manny? If they do a background check and the background check comes back clean, anybody can buy a gun. Anybody can go buy a gun. I remember back in the day when I was young, when I got one, long as it took a week for the clearance back then. But now I hear it don't take that long. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. You can just go to the pawn shop or somewhere, apply for a gun, and then you got to go back in a day or two to get it while they do the background check. So I don't know, but I knew what it was back in the day. Good morning, D-Spot. See, every time I describe a situation, somebody knows, yeah, Betty Broderick. And the matter of fact, I just rewatched her story a couple of weeks ago because sometimes I go back and watch old stuff because it'd be interesting. When I don't see nothing else on here I want to watch, I go rewatch some stuff, to refresh my memory about it. And I think she's still living. She's in prison. And you know what, y'all? The last time I saw her on the talk show, she didn't seem like she still had no remorse. She's glad he was gone because she felt like he did her wrong. I don't know what happened. Well, he did because some men, well, especially Caucasian men, when they start doing good, they do move to a younger wife and start treating one wrong who actually, because they say she worked, kind of jobs to make sure he finished school. And when he became very, very successful, she said he never needed a reception and nobody helped him before. And then all of a sudden you ordered somebody was a younger woman. So but that wasn't no reason to kill him though. But I'm just saying, I don't know. Madam Scorpio, good morning. Willie D said he was a YouTuber. The black guy was a YouTuber? Oh, I'm gonna have to look up his name. I didn't know that. Betty Broccoli, she's still in prison that I know of. I haven't, because if she passed in prison, they're gonna announce it. Like they normally do everything else, like they announced that crazy man from the ranch, and he was a total nut, but he had everybody go over there and kill Sharon Tate now. He had some followers, they stayed so geeked up on whatever speed they was on. And then they went to the Pulaski family home and the Folgers people home and just did the most. They can write all the laws they want. Criminals gonna get firearms regardless if they taking the guns from the wrong people. Yeah, they may be doing that, but like I say, it's hard to determine these days who's right or wrong because anybody can go buy a gun and if the background come back clean, they're gonna get a gun. Yeah, Betty Broderick, they did movies. Yeah, they did movies about her. They did movies about it. It's still interesting. Well, it was a license holder that was carrying that guy would have been stopped before too many people. You think that if somebody was there and once he started shooting, that somebody could have stopped and could? I mean, that's possible. But then I don't know. Somebody just come out of the nowhere and just get to firing up. I don't know. That could be possible though. Everybody can get a gun. Everybody. I was getting ready to tell y'all what age it wasn't about. Well, I'm gonna say it. How old was I? probably about 19 or 20. And it was pretty silver with white chrome. And it took a week for the background check. I don't know. I just wanted to get one because I was of age to get one. Nowadays, I think you got to be 21. I'm not for sure. I never checked in it because what I got now, I've been having for years. You know what I'm saying? I'm licensed, but I'm not gonna, I don't tote it around with me. It would stay in my home because if I got a home invasion or something like that, you know, if I would have to protect myself, I don't tote it around. But, you know, people crazy these days. But, you know, another thing though, if you tote a gun around, and this is just me, and say somebody rub you the wrong way, shove you, do something to you, you're going to fight back. But if you got that gun, you just going to pull the gun out. I don't know. If you would pull the gun quicker because you know you got it on you, rather than just fighting or doing something. I don't know, but I just don't. I don't carry it. I don't carry it. So a lot of people got guns. They don't really just carry around like that now, unless they planning on something gonna happen. Planning this massacre like this 62-year-old black man did. You know, that's the way I see it. Anyway, what time it is? I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole hour since I can't, you know, on a little late. I might not. Manson's fathers keep getting turned down for parole. Oh, they're not letting them people out. And I don't know why they're Sharon Tate. But one of them died in prison, was it? Not Sharon Tate, that's Naked. The one that wanted to get out, she's in prison, and they keep denying her. I don't know if she passed. Did one of them pass in prison? He passed in prison. That's why a certain place like New York, everyone can get a license. They do have a background check. If you have history of violence, a mental issue, you can't have one. Well, that's good. But how do these people that already murdered somebody, already did stuff, go do their 10, 15 years, get out, and then they got a gun? Well, let me take that back. Anybody can buy a legal gun off the streets. There's people that sell illegal guns. I grew up in a house with guns all over the house and car. My temper is too bad for me to carry. That's what I'm saying, Voodoo. You know, if you got a gun on you and you would pull it out quicker than, you know, instead of you doing what you normally would do, fight back, pick up something, knock the hell out somebody, whatever, you know, you got that gun. I think you pulled it quicker because you got the gun on you. Good morning, Heat Wave. That's what happened in New York. Have strict gun laws. Yeah, but those people managed to go find them a gun somewhere. Man, so do I would use my weapon too much. It's going out. Exactly. So that's what I was trying to explain. You know, traveling, I can see you having it on you in your glove compartment or your trunk, but that's dangerous too. Because what if you get pulled over, get a ticket, and they want to see some registration or whatever that you might keep in the glove compartment, or they may ask you with weapons in the car, and you say yes. Well, can I get it? And you reach, trying to get it. Then you got a trigger happy police going sweeping down. You was putting the gun on them these days, you know. So that's kind of hard too. So, and then be keeping in the trunk and somebody, you know, get it, you don't have time to be running to your trunk. You can keep it in the middle console, but then you go reach for it. If you tell the truth, yeah, I got something, and want to give it to them, because we've seen that happen before too. Most shootings have places fires. If that gun is trained, studies have said that even with the gun, many would freeze up in a mass shooter event. Well, yeah, because they don't know what to do. Like, and you know, and like I say, human nature, people are gonna try to protect themselves. They're gonna run, they're gonna hide, they're gonna trample over. Exactly. You just don't know what you're gonna do in a position like that. Squeaky died. I knew one of them died, L7. They all might be dead by now. I don't know. Them ladies up in age. But then some of them on the ranch, some of those ladies were young. Someone really strung out like that. They was able to go back to their homes. And some of those ladies, most of them were from good families with money. There may have been a few that got kicked out or felt abandoned or didn't have close family or whatever the case may be. Gonna get firearms regardless of license holders to be able to stop them. But that's hard though. It should be, but that's hard. It's really hard. So I didn't win another route. Now I'm talking about, you know, gun. But I just kind of, let me see, I wanted to talk about this man. So yeah, they're showing the van that he rented, the U-Haul that he rented. So James rented the U-Haul in Philadelphia, and the keys to the van were found in the shooter's possessions left behind the subway station. Now, I don't know right now at this moment you know, because this they got the $50,000 reward, but I don't know right now at this moment if they know where he at or not. I just know that, you know, he's a person of interest. And that's how you're putting it. They know he probably really did it for real, allegedly. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the second story I want to talk about. But I'm really tired of hearing about Kanye and the Kim Kardashian. And I mentioned it, but the Chloe wanted to marry the white boy right away and, you know, stuff like that. So that's what's going on too. And the Will Smith stuff, like I said, ain't going to never go away. Never go away. Not too soon. Not too soon. So anyway, y'all, let me see if there's something else I want to talk about. Oh, now, no, forget about Nature Boy. Okay, now y'all, this is strange right here. This is another story. Okay, let me get to it. But the mailman. Now, back in the day, people would be very upset if the mailman can't come to your area no more to deliver mail, because back in the day, people used to get their checks in the mail. So, you know, they'll beat somebody up messing with the mailman. You know what I'm saying? Mailman was protected in the worst neighborhood. Because I remember a lady said that back in the day. When somebody was out there fighting and messing with anybody walking down the street, they said, no, not the mailman. Don't touch the mailman. They wanted their checks. You know what I'm saying? But it turns out that this mailman, you know, was getting attacked, and several others in Santa Monica. And so the mail carriers is punishing that area by not delivering mail in that area. But I think some people that just get bills and other little stuff in the mail, I don't think they care like back in the day, but I just described. People need to be careful what they on YouTube. He been on the FBI. Watch this. Who? The people we talking about? I mean, I know they're not worried about the little me over here. You know, I ain't even know. I'm only known for this over here on the YouTube, this little area, the black sector. Exactly, Miss Bless. Because one thing is someone is invading your home. Things are different when you guard it down and someone just starts shooting in a restaurant or even a subway. Exactly. Then you know what your first response is going to be. You know, but let me get to this mailman. The U.S. Postal Service suspended delivery service in Santa Monica neighborhood at the several mail carriers were assaulted over the past few months. The attacks occurred along a stretch of 14th Street near Santa Monica Boulevard. Now, that's a major street, Santa Monica Boulevard. And involved 3 different mail carriers doing separate incidents. Can y'all imagine people not getting their mail? You know, but back in the day, people, I mean, because people would literally, if you go down a certain neighborhood, down a certain street, you would see people literally sitting on their porch just waiting for the mailman. They know what time their mail was coming. They needed to get there. And I don't blame them, I guess. They was SSI, whatever they be waiting on. Boy, they would have hurt somebody messing with the mailman. They would definitely hurt somebody. You can't mess with the mailman. No, beat up everybody else but the mailman. Leave that mailman alone. So, I don't know, just depends. Yeah, they got to get them checks. The shooter. Let me go back up and see what else. Man, I'm here talking about. People need to be careful what they. So are you saying people need to be careful what they say on YouTube? Because the FBI ain't watching me. Is that what you're saying? You know, well, maybe some people do the most, but you know, it ain't like nothing like that going on here. You know what I'm saying? So they sure ain't worried about me. Hell, maybe most of the beef sector ain't worried about it. Little me. But anyway, but then in some instances, it don't matter, Scorpio, they probably do. He had been putting out violent videos on YouTube. You talking about him, I know, but you know, I'm joking about me. You know what I'm saying? Now that's a messed up. No, you know, a lot of people used to do that though. Well, the ones that didn't want to work and didn't care about nothing but waiting around for the person to check so they can go do whatever they got to do. There's so many reports on the man, so I'm surprised the police can't. You know, and he may have went somewhere and took his life, because for this man to wait till he's 62 years old to go do something like that, he didn't care no more, or maybe snapped, maybe got a mental issue. We don't know until he get caught. Yeah, no, madam, I'm making a, but I am making a joke. But you know, FBI ain't gonna watch little old me over here. But you know, yeah, but the man, yeah. But I'm gonna look up his name. He got it. He probably just suspended his YouTube account though. Frank James, he had a YouTube account. Let me see. I never heard of him, but there's a lot of people that got accounts over here we ain't heard of. So it is. Let's see. But we're gonna find out. I would like to see what kind of stuff he put on the YouTube. What kind of stuff could he possibly put on YouTube? Yeah, I see something here. Oh, well, oh, I just looked him up though. There's people talking about him. I don't see his channel. The news like an hour ago, Frank J 62 suspected in New York. I want to see his channel. MSNBC talked about it. They straight out said Frank James named suspect in the youth shooting. So they must know that's him for real. ABC News said they identified Frank Robert James as the suspect. So they know for sure he did it. At first they were saying allegedly. Good morning, he said. I don't remember if I spoke to John Shane. He went for 485 subs to over 4K. This man got subs like that? Well, I just looked up his name, Lipstick Alley, and I don't see his channel. I just see all the news talking about him. Where is his channel? I want to see, really. If you are talking about him, how he went from 45 to 4K. See, people, you know, that's human nature. People just love stuff like that. But I'm looking for his account. Where you see that at? Lipstick Alley. Oh, Willie D. Oh, Willie do have his actual thing. I usually watch Willie D, but I didn't watch him yesterday or last night. Wow, his video watches even went up in thousands. Wow, you see how people just like watching stuff like that? Let me see what Willie D live over there talking about. I see he did a 31 black and white man arise. No, that's not it. Okay, I see 3 hours ago. Oh, he did a 6-minute video, and I'm gonna listen to it. Can y'all put the fair rights? Authorities ID radical YouTuber as person of interest. Wow. Because I want to see his channel. Wow. Yeah, that is crazy. Let me go up here and see what Voodoo said. So I'm surprised the police. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I read that one already. Let's see what Willie D talking about. I'm going to put this up for a minute so I can get it in the chat. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, this is called fair use and it's allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, parody, which it does in the Korean copyright, etc., 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 or etc., etc., etc. Okay, any way you want to cut it, etc., etc., etc. That's one of my so-called, what do you call it, blessed isms, as Pastor Juicy Booty over there say. Okay. Well, right then, let's get rid of this commercial.
What's up, family? Before I go in, there's someone out there running a bot program using my YouTube profile picture, pretending to be me. They're trying to lure you into communicating with them on WhatsApp. When you see...
Oh, I'm glad I'm hearing that. Somebody trying to take on his persona. You know, God, I thought it was just us little people over here when people do that. Wow.
That sucker. Do not respond. They're trying to get in your pockets. They're scammers. You'll see the pic, and right next to it, you'll see... But now they're not trying to get in our pockets over here, though, Willie D. They just downright evil and messy and just kind of keeps the mess going. And they think that they're humiliating people when they do that.
Yes, I do. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That's why I went over to Willie D since somebody said that. I'm curious of what kind of content he was doing.
They're scamming, going in. So authorities in New York are saying that they have a person of interest in the Brooklyn subway shooting. Frank James is his name, 62 years old. They're looking for him. They say this dude drove a U-Haul truck. He got on to a train in Brooklyn and he opened fire. First of all, they say he threw some type of smoke device and then opened fire on the people who were sitting on it. Another nutcase born, raised in America, bred by America. Another nutcase. They say before he went down, dude was ranting on YouTube for hours about homelessness on the subway, Mayor Adams, gun violence, a race war. So he had a problem with the outreach workers, calling them predatory homosexuals. Dude had a problem with just about, you know what? That sounds like the system. You know, a lot of people don't like that mayor. I don't like the mayor. I don't even live there, but I don't live there. But I don't like the mayor. This mayor is handpicked.
I hope I put the right thing.
He is one of those dudes who are going to lead the black community.
Thank you, Lady Nika. I hope I put the right thing in the comment section.
Because of his term, his time in office. He is just a placeholder. He is in there to maintain the status quo. Just a black face and a white space. Yeah, true story. Now, here's the thing that I'm concerned about, fam. You know, I can just do a video and just talk about, I don't know, black awareness, empowerment. And somehow I can get a strike. I got to defend myself. But this dude can get on YouTube for hours and rant about a race war.
Wow. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. So he's saying the dude can get on here and rant about a race war. So is that what he's talking about? Is that what that's the content? Well, this is a 6-minute video. Yeah, let me see if I can put it. I hope I put it in the chat right. Let me see. I was trying to put it in my chat, Willie D Live, so y'all can see it. Now let me go over here. I don't know if I put the right one or not, but if I did, and it did, I'm just do now, just in case I didn't. Wow. Yeah, I do want to see. I do want to know the name. I would like to see it too. I do want to see it. Let me go over here. Okay, let me see if I can get this in my chat.
See, I do want to know the name.
Try that out. Okay, let's see. Wait a minute. What did you just say? All I see is stream time. Okay, all right. Okay, let me go back and do it again, Lady Nika. You know, sometimes I can do it fast. Sometimes I can't. You know, I just learned how to put these links in these chats. That's what I'm trying to do. Try to get Willie D Live up in here somewhere. But wow. All the streams. So that's an old link then to my thing. That's got to be an old link. It got to be. Because let me do it again. I'm not looking at the chat either, y'all, while I'm doing this. Okay, now let me see now. Here we go again. Now let me go back over here. And if I can't do it, I'll put it on my community board because somehow I'm having a problem this morning. Yeah, somehow I'm having a problemo this morning. It won't let me put it. I think I got it now. Okay, I think that's it now. Okay, it wouldn't let me put it. Wow. So dude was only getting a, let me see, let me go back up. Okay, if this was my StreamYard to another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. And let me see, and then this other one. Thank you, Fates. Thank you, Lady Nika. Thank you. Hit the like, thank you. He was only getting 100 views per video and now I have thousands. Wow. Yeah, I did. I got the right one in there now. He is written up in the New York Times. That's where his channel name was posted. Wow. See, I think that's it right there. Madam, I thought you was ignorant. Ignorantly. Wow. Let's check out. Let me see. So look at the New York Times. So I have to do that when I get off here. So his name, so his channel wasn't his name. Because I didn't, as you can see, I didn't finish watching Willie D. Williams to see that. I mean, Willie D. Live. I don't know, why am I talking about Willie D. Williams? Willie used to be fine back then to Diana Ross. What the matter, woman? Oh, he looked so sexy when he said that. He had that. What's the matter? You don't like God? You know, I don't know why I thought about him. Yeah, there it is again. Okay, Lady Nick, I think I had it right, but you got it in there too. But yeah, that's it. I see they match. Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. So y'all, I've been on here 40 minutes. I don't have anything else. I want to come on here and talk about the few stories. This is the time. If anybody got anything they want to say, they can if they want to. I'm making sure I'm done. Oh, thank you. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see right here. Prop is the channel. Okay. 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 And he over there being all, what you call it? Okay. Let's see. Let's check it out, y'all, for a second before I get off of here. Okay. Wow, that's a funny name, though. Okay. That's a long name. Okay. Wow. Let me go back. Let's see. I'm looking for him now, y'all. Domesticated averages 2 days ago. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch some of this. Wow, he even got that slap 9 days ago. But now he don't have a picture of himself, y'all. He got a chicken. Yeah, well, he won't be making no more of this no more. He had 1.64 subscribers and 400 videos. He got, wow, I see what you're saying. Because on this, and it's been, his video been removed. This video has been terminated. Okay. If I can stop getting all these old advertisements on top of it, I can read what the whole thing say. This video is no longer available because the YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated. Of course it has been. But I see what you're saying, because on this video he did 2 days ago, he got 118,000 views and he only had 1,644 subscribers. I see what you're saying. So I'm quite sure all of it suspended. So I ain't gonna be able to listen to none of the radical stuff that Willie D. Live was just saying. Yeah, all of them like that. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I just wanted to kind of, since Willie D said that, the kind of stuff he's saying, yeah, his whole account has been terminated by the YouTube. Well, I should have figured that. Well, I guess I won't be saying that. But like I said, y'all, it's been 40 minutes, I waited an extra 15 or 20 minutes to finish watching Lady Nika. So, because I was going, because I had only an hour to do, and it's time for me to big G little old go. I was expecting somebody to come in at 9. I'm going to go see if they up there. So I got a big G little old go. Let me peek. Okay. Okay, they're not here yet, but I don't have anything else to discuss other than what I opened up about that I will be not doing a certain thing here. Yeah, okay. Now, y'all, if y'all see me come on later, it's not me Now, my niece still sleeps. She's sleepyhead. She been woke most of the night, but she wanted to come on here and talk about something yesterday. I told her, though, she could have came. She didn't have to wait on me. And she probably thought she did, but she know how to get on here and do it herself. She wanted to talk about some of the celebrity stuff. I tell her, she don't want to do big old. She don't want to do TikTok. She kind of like YouTube, but she'll be doing the mess. So I told her she can kind of keep checking it out with me and then make up her mind if that's what she want to do. See, she can reach out to the younger audience. Okay, because that's what she do. And I thought TikTok had, besides the porn, most younger audience, not TikTok, big O, but she don't want to go on there. I watched a little bit of Shelly yesterday. Shelly, girl, I'm just like you. And oh, I hope I don't sound like Jay Wilson. Because whenever he talk about somebody, because y'all, see, because we used to get along, we argue. But I am going to go there like that just for a brief moment. I've never had a relation. Well, we used to be cool when we was both moderating at the same time over there on the Wiley show. Now, Dury kept talking about her and Theo was moderated for Blessed, but they wasn't at the same time, because when I had Dury, it's temporary for 2 weeks, not to let her go because nobody liked her and she didn't like nobody, and I couldn't block everybody, protect her against everybody. I wouldn't have had no subjects at all. I didn't know Miss Theo then, so they wasn't moderated at the same time. And Theo was a moderator for about a month, a little over, because she too said people was always attacking her, and we wasn't no friends for a year longer as people, somebody trying to make it look like it was just months, and then everybody used to tell me leave her alone, this and that. Y'all know the story. But I'm only saying this because we didn't get along, Shelly, and I never did anything to Shelly. And it was just where I was, when her and VS broke up, that's what it was. She had started on me, and that's how it went. But I never had no personal really against nobody to tell anybody. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm blocked a lot of people. And then who has time to just sit around and hold grudges on somebody on the YouTube? I don't hold grudges. However, I will get to the point where I absolutely don't want to fool with certain people no more. Because if I don't want to fool with them here, they're the type I'm not gonna fool with in real life. Especially if they do too much. Y'all get what I'm saying? So yeah. So I was surprised that when I dropped down and spoke that I wasn't blocked. That's what I'm getting at. That's why I wasn't blocked. So thank you, Shelly, for welcoming me. I appreciate it if you were to see this. Because I like the deception she's talking about. And I feel the same way she's talking about. She don't come on here all the time because she's not gonna be coming on here for free. This is a job. I get what she's saying, even with that. So that's how they went. And basically that was it. Yeah, that was it. Really. Who else came on that I enjoy? Can't think of nobody else. Well, of course I was Lady earlier today. I caught up on Brianna's. I did her on a replay yesterday. I wrote in her chat yesterday. And so if I don't catch people I watch, I gently go over there. Or should I say generally? I said gently. Jay Wilson, gently. That's another ism, blessing isn't gently. Gently go watch the replay. Like if I had to call Lady Vegan time, I gently would go watch the replay. Not generally, I gently. Okay? Go watch the replay. However, I am going to go back and watch the very, very beginning. I wasn't there in the very beginning. I gently do that. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Shanice. Now, I'm really just, while I talk to you now, it's just stretching it out while I'm looking to see if anybody online while I'm making my break fast, BREAKFAST, break fast. So that's what I'm doing. Let me see what's going on over here on the tube. Somebody liked in my thing, and I said the Thunderdorm's getting boring. Because, because I caught a little bit of 7 stars this morning. She's right, too. Boy, she was going in on Jay Wilson. She was talking about how he looked and talked down on people, cars, houses, or whatever, And, well, we all know that's him. We've been doing it for years. Somebody else said, though, he bought a house in his 40s. Is he going to be 80 or 90 years old when he get to paying that mortgage? But back in the day, I think his intention was to rent out rooms because we're supposed to be Airbnb, however you call it. That's another blessism. And so that's what it was. But she was going in on him. I don't know exactly if he said anything about it or did anything. But yeah, she was going in really. And she did that. I think it was early this morning that she did that live because I was rolling the ball back, you know, trying to catch up and see what she was talking about. But he done something to rub it the wrong way. Because Seven Stars don't really make videos like a lot like she used to because she got a job. So she don't be on here, you know, as much as she used to. So he said something, you know, and well, Timothy Blank will always say something. But I don't know. I guess if you did come up hard, you know, like that, I guess, you know, I guess when you get older and you're able to do, you will. But me personally, I don't think I would have waited till I was 45 or almost 50 to buy a house. Because I mean, are you gonna ever get through paying for it? How old are you gonna be? See, like you're 52 now, 82. You know what I'm saying? I'm only mentioning it because that's what the commentary was, you know, from some people. Jay Wilson ain't me. Not, let me put it like this. Not my words, theirs. Shout out to the man that said it all the time. It wasn't my words, it's theirs. But let me get this music going. I don't know who live. I'm just gonna go ahead and make me some breakfast. If I catch somebody while I'm making breakfast, I'll do that. Not my words, theirs. Can y'all start dropping the diamonds? That's all I want to talk about. I don't know what he did, but I'm gonna go back and look at the whole thing. I heard that Lady K, it ain't all what it chalked up to. Don't nobody did. Like I said yesterday, and I admitted it too. Debbie do be trying to do some fun stuff over there, y'all, for real. But then she snapped it to that mood where she want to just start dragging everybody for no reason, especially me. Look like. Everybody else in the new ones, y'all can see what it's gonna be. Just mess. I mean, just wow. That's all it's gonna be, you know. So there's no like the way we was to me, and that's just my opinion. A couple years ago, or even a year ago, really, it's just got dark. And me. Let me go up and see what Lady means. She said, and me. But yeah, you don't just have to do that because this wasn't my intention. Because you know, if you start, you're gonna get caught up. I got caught up. Yeah, lipstick out here. I know y'all ain't yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because you feel like you be needing to clap back when people say something, but I don't feel like that no more. Exactly, Shanice. I'm almost ready for that girl. Oh, it's Mimi on? Maybe I can watch her while I'm doing my break fast. Let me see. Yeah, Mimi, check your fake hoes on, y'all. Come here, lovely love. Oh, Lord. Mimi, girl, you finna talk to a brick wall, honey. It's hard talking to somebody when they got the juice in them. And that other one, that guy, oh my God, he just tried so hard to be in the beef sector. Damn. So I'm not gonna even say nothing about him. We're gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there and watch Mimi. I'm gonna speak now. Tell him, oh my, yeah, that's where I'm going. So with that said, y'all, I'll get ready to say, Toodaloo! Toodaloo! Shanice, Toodaloo! See y'all later, alligators. See y'all later.